Holding all my worries, I prepare for something new. Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Bree, and today is going to be another reading vlog. As you saw from the B-roll, we went on a walk to our local park, and it was nice. It's been really nice outside, and so I've been trying to walk for my health, and I've gone on 3 walks this week, so I'm very proud of myself. I'm just gonna have a good, fun weekend that I want to take you along with. So let's talk about, for starters, the book I want to read during this reading vlog this weekend. I want to read Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Sutanto. I had read Dial A for Aunties in 2022, so I think it was last year. And I really enjoyed it. And it was about this woman who goes on a blind date that her mom set her up with and then accidentally kills her date, and then all her mom and her aunties are trying to hide the body, and it was really fun. And this one is her newest one, which is about Vera Wong, who is an elderly lady who, all I really know is that she one morning wakes up to find a dead man in the middle of her tea shop, and I've heard it's really funny and that people who like Dial A for Aunties liked this even more. So I'm really excited to get into this because I really like the Thursday Murder Club, which has like older sleuthing people. They're like a group of 4 and they solve mysteries, and it's really fun and just funny, and I like the elderly cast of characters. So I'm excited to get to this one, and it just seems so fun. So I picked it up recently and I've been thinking about reading it ever since, and I think it'd be great for this like warm weather. So that's my plan with what I'm going to be reading. But I did want to show you that I got a package. I have sold some of my books on Pango Books, and I was using the credits to get some books. So this is a book I read and I really enjoyed, and it's a duology. It's a novella, and they're really expensive just to buy new for how short they are, and so I was really happy to find this. And it's Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk. I read this in the month of April and really enjoyed it, and I've read now 3 of C.L. Polk's work, and I'm so excited to have this. It was a really fun thing, and I was thinking I kind of want to reread it because I do feel like some things went over my head, and so it would be an easy reread. It's only 120 pages, but I'm really happy I have this on my shelves now, and it's in great condition, and I got it for like $8, so can't beat that. I'm going with my sister to an art market that our town puts on, so we're gonna go to that this weekend. It's tomorrow, and so we're gonna be going at like 10 a.m. when they open. Then I don't really have a lot of other plans for the weekend, but I've been enjoying getting out and walking and doing that kind of stuff, so I think we're gonna do that and just hang out. But I want to take you along on this very nice sunny weekend where it's warm and I'm feeling good. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I'm excited to take you along.
Holding on too long and unresolved questions hold you down. What could have been a friendly smile has turned into a frown. I'm moving on and on and on. I'm moving on and on and on. I'm driving in my car, the road is long and full of dust. The landscape changes around me, on and on, I feel immersed. Whatever happened to me, happened for my highest good. I read that in so many books, now it's almost understood. I'm moving on and on and on. I'm moving on and on and on. Seagulls fly around the beach house that I rented for a while. You can try to find my number or my FBI file.
Good morning. put on some makeup because we're going to the art market with my sister in about 15 minutes I need to leave. So I don't think I want to do full face. I've been really liking not wearing full face. So I think I'm just really going to do mascara and then see if I need to put some stuff on. But I wanted to talk to you about Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. I got to like 100 pages in last night and I'm really enjoying it right now. I think it's funny, but not like, at this time it's not as over the top ridiculous as like Dial A for Aunties was, because that was like you really had to suspend your disbelief. And I had fun with that, but I think if you found that like too hard to get past, I think that so far this one has been better than that. It's not quite as unbelievable. Basically, Vera finds a body in her restaurant or her tea shop like that one morning, and the cops come and they like look at the scene and like take the body away, but she doesn't think that like they did enough because they don't really like think that there was foul play, but she's convinced that he was murdered. And what they don't know is that she's taken things off of the body even though she told them she didn't. And so I'm using the wrong mascara, and so they like don't have all the information, and so she decides she's going to solve the murder. And like these 4 different people come into her store and you're getting perspectives of them, and so you're reading from like their perspectives and hers, and she thinks they're all suspects and they're all somehow connected to the guy Marshall who died, and they're all like have their secrets that you don't really know. And so she's like at the point I'm at, she's like bringing them together to talk because she's like already convinced that she's gonna solve this murder even though it's been like a day. And it's funny. She's like a funny perspective to read from because she just is like a little delusional. Like she already was like saying like, I knew I'd be like a master at this right away, and like already like I should change my tea shop name to be like private investigator and stuff like that. And you're like, girl, it's not even been a full day. And so it's funny. I'm really enjoying it. I would say, again, it's not quite as like haha, laugh out loud funny as like Finley Donovan or Dial A for Aunties. And so, but I think I'm liking that because it's just like, it's just not quite as over the top. And I think it'll get there, but I think it has a wider audience that would like this book if you didn't love the other ones, or if you are looking for something like it. I think it could give you like the same kind of vibes, but just a little less wild. And I know that was like a common complaint about Jessie Kisutanta's first book, Dial A for Aunties, was just that it was too crazy and wild and ridiculous. And I do agree, I mean, it was pretty like over the top, but I like this kind of book, so it didn't bother me, but I can see why it like bothered people. And I think it'd be a good one to try if you like want to try her again because you liked certain elements of her book, you just couldn't suspend that disbelief. Okay. Do I feel like doing more? I never do, so I think I'm just gonna do this because I think if I put out anything it's gonna be too crazy. If you have any recommendations for a good like foundation that has SPF in it, I've really been looking for a good one because I don't have anything, and I know I need to wear sunscreen on my face, and I think that would be a really good way to do it and to get me to like kind of put on makeup sometimes because I do like doing it and I always like when it turns out, but I just don't tend to do it. So yeah. So I think I'm gonna leave here in a couple minutes and I'll take you along as we go there, and then I'll check back in later. But that's how I'm feeling about the book, and it's supposed to be a nice day, so hopefully I'll get some more reading. My parents are out of town, and so maybe I'll stop over, watch the animals for a little bit, and read. I don't know. Not sure. My sister's taking care of them, so I don't technically have to go over there, but so yeah, I will let you know what I'm doing later. Hello. It's later, and I totally meant to take video of the bookshop and of the art market, but my sister and I were just talking and I just got so in like the groove, and then we left and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't take any video. So I don't have any video to show you, unfortunately, but I had a good time. We just really went to the bookstore. There wasn't a lot at the art stuff, so I didn't get any like art things, unfortunately, but I did get 3 books and 2 stickers from the bookstore, and she was very nice, and I just really liked the bookstore. It's called Curious Squirrel Bookshop, and it's very, very cute, and I'm excited to be buying more books from her in the future. So I'll start with I got 2 stickers. She had a lot of stickers there, and I really liked like all of them, so it was really hard to choose. But I went with this sticker. It says, "My weekend is gonna be so lit," and I think it's the most adorable thing. And then I also got this one, which is a thing, and it says "The Invisible Illness Club," and I just thought it was really cute. So I got both of those, and I think I'm gonna put it on my phone. I was thinking I could do it like, thinking something along the lines of like this. I think that'd be really cute. So I got those, and then I got 3 books, which I'm all very excited for. So the first one is Bundle Punk Bruja by Desideria Meza. How do you pronounce it? Bindel Punk Bruja. That's nice. They give you a little pronunciation in the beginning. And this is set in 1920s, and I don't know if they have a exact like spot, but it's 1920s, and it says Boardwalk Empire meets The Vanishing Half with a touch of earth magic in the sexy and action-packed historical fantasy set in the luminous golden 20s from debut author Desideria Mesa, inspired by an ancient Mexican folklore. And I do think that this has mystery in it as well. It's like a mystery because every time I've learned about this, it was in like the mystery section. But I'm really excited because I love historical, and now that I know that there's fantasy in it too, that's like my perfect mix. It's mystery, fantasy, and historical. So I'm very excited to get to this. I kept meaning to pick it up, but it's never been in the store. And when I saw it, I was just like, yeah, it's time to come home with me. And then she also had Under Lock and Skeleton Key by Gigi Pandian by Gigi Pandian, and it's a secret staircase mystery. So this is a cozy mystery that I have heard is like, all I really know is about magicians, and it's a locked room mystery, and I've heard good things, and I just have been wanting to try it because I do like cozy things, and so I've heard good reviews on this cozy mystery, and it just seems like something I'm gonna like, because although it's not like full magic, I think the magician side of things is fun. I think her family is like a family of magicians, and yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I've been in the mood for like a cozier mystery, and so I picked that up as well because it's been on my radar for like 2 years, and I just never have gotten to it. And then this I didn't realize was out yet. I thought this didn't come out till like September, but I saw it on the table. I was like, oh yeah, you need to come home with me. This is it's like a companion novel to Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. This is Warrior Girl Unearthed, and it's following the niece of our main protagonist in the first book, Firekeeper's Daughter. And I literally know nothing more than that. It's following Perry, Firekeeper Birch, and she's a twin, and I don't know. It says, all I see here is like words that are calling out to me is sister secrets, botched heists, old rivalries. And so it's a mystery. And it says, in this high stakes mystery about the power of discovering your stolen history. I just loved all the themes that Angeline Boulley wove into her mystery. Like, there was much more than a mystery. It's definitely, the Firekeeper's Daughter was like a very slow mystery to me, and it was a lot about the community and looking at all sides of this community in Marquette. And it's an indigenous community, and so there was just so much to unpack that Angeline Boulley did, and I really loved Firekeeper's Daughter, so I'm really excited to see what she does with Warrior Girl Unearthed. And when I saw it on the table, so it was the very first book I picked up, and I was just like, this bookstore I'm going to be going to all the time. So yeah, those are the 3 books I got, and they actually all kind of match. They've got red and black tones to them. Orange, black, red. No, I don't know. I had a really good time. So that's the books I got, and I think I'm going to put these stickers on my phone, and then I need to record a video that you'll see soon. It's my it's my April wrap up. And then I'm going to relax and read. So I haven't read anything really since I talked to you last. So those are my plans. And then I don't know, it's been such a nice day out. We have the windows open and everything. And I kind of want to see if I'm feeling okay to get outside, go on another walk, and just do stuff like that. Noah's going to be playing video games for a bit. So maybe I should record now so that I can get that done and then have time to relax. So, small little update for you. And also, this reminded me because I didn't, and my mom and sister didn't know this, and so I figured some other people out there might not know this, but you can, if you use Libro FM, which is like what I use, I do have it linked down below as like a referral. If you sign up, I get a free audiobook when you sign up, and I think you get one too, if I remember correctly. But this isn't like sponsored or anything. It's just I love this program because it's like a subscription based like Amazon is, but you get the audiobook and you get to choose your bookstore. So like I set it to this local bookstore and it will give them a portion of the book. So like I'm not sure what Libro gets and what the bookstore gets. Should look that up. So it says for every audiobook sold, they get 15%. So your bookstore will get 15% of that profit goes directly to your local bookstore. So I just love using it because I set it to them and I use my credit every month and it's $15. So I think that's comparable to what Audible is. And yeah, you just get to support a local bookstore. And they recently had their like indie bookstore, because it was the indie bookstore day last weekend, and I got audiobooks for $3.50 a piece, and so I got like 6 audiobooks for $20, and they got profit from that. And so it's just, sorry, I have something in my eye. So it's just a really good service if you're looking for an audiobook service that you like that's not Audible. I did like Scribd for a while. That gives you a lot, like way more unlimited books, but it doesn't always work on the phone. It would like skip out for like a full minute of the book like multiple times throughout as I'm listening, and they've basically said they don't really have a fix for it, and the only fix is to listen on your laptop. But for me, I listen if I'm going to, like through my phone and headphones, so that like didn't make sense for me. So I use Libro FM. So I just wanted to share that in case you didn't know that you can support your local bookstore through audiobooks.
It's the only way to go. I've been waiting for the fallout in the middle of the night. In this dynamite castle, you and me will be alright. I wonder where you are. In the unsummer, we're winning every war. It's a fragrant fire, falling in love, and the wolves stop howling and have come back into its hole. So much better together this time around. And the way I feel tonight will soon be true. But in every little cell, the conclusion is hello.
feel like I've been in this chair or in this room for this entire video, but this sun has just been so good in this room the past couple days that I don't want to leave it. So I've been here. But I did want to talk to you because I finished last night. I finished this. I stayed up way past the time I usually go to bed so I could finish this because I was just that hooked. I really think I have to give this 5 stars. It's like, I think my favorite cozy mystery so far. So I guess let me gather my thoughts here. So like Finlay Donovan and Dial A for Aunties, well, I guess that's technically cozy fantasy. To me, it's more of like a humorous, ridiculous mystery versus like a cozy mystery, which is just more slower paced and more character focused and things like that than like a ridiculous plot. And so I wouldn't count those as like cozy mysteries. And so I haven't really dived into like a ton of cozy mysteries, but to me, this is like a really cozy mystery. And if I were to pick up more, I'd want more like this because I just fell in love with the characters so much. I mean, it has a found family aspect to it. So you're following multiple characters and how they're tied to this person who has died. And then there's Vera who finds Marshall who had died in her tea shop. And so it's her connecting with these people. And yeah, I just really loved how the whole story came together and how it's really like a story about found family and things like that. While the mystery is there, it's not really at the forefront. Like, it's what's bringing them together, but I think it's more about these people and their lives. And I just had a good time. I think there was humor in it where I was laughing out loud, but it wasn't ridiculous humor. It was more just like Vera and the things she would say were funny, and like her, like how she was when you were in her head, how she was thinking, like that had humor to it and stuff. So like it was funny in that way, but not in a ridiculous way. It's not one of those mysteries where I know like the mystery's 5 stars. Like overall, I don't think that everyone's gonna find this to be a 5-star book. Like I think it's a 5-star book for me just from all the elements I love in a book, the characters, the just coziness of it. There was something that just really like pulled at my heartstrings for it. So that's why for me it's a 5-star, even though I know that like the mystery itself I saw coming and I like figured it out and stuff. Like that didn't matter to me while I was reading it. I just like wanted to be with these characters. So I think I have to give it a 5-star. I ended the book. It made me cry at points. And yeah, I just ended the book like with a little bit of a book hangover. So I think that's a sign that this was a really good book. So I don't know how much longer I want to continue the vlog, but I'm kind of just like letting it roll, see how I feel. And I wanted to pick up another book. And this is one I've been thinking about reading for a while. It's called If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. This is like a South Korean author and it's a translated work. And it's about these, I think it's about multiple people, but it's about like girls who work at like room salons. And then they're all like in this building. And so not all of them are room salon girls. I know one of them is, and one is like wanting to be. And then there's another girl who doesn't speak at this point. Like something has happened and now she doesn't speak. And then it looks like we're just going to get introduced to another woman who's a newlywed trying to have a baby. And it's just, I can tell a lot to do about like the beauty standards in South Korea and women's bodies and the roles they have to play in South Korea. And so I'm just really interested to read it. I've heard really good reviews on it. And so I have been wanting to get more into literary fiction this year and also read more like translated works and stuff like that. So I had picked this one up. And ever since I picked it up, something's just been calling to me to read it. And while I think that this could potentially be a hard book to read, I'm still really want to explore this topic a little bit. So I'm only on page 33, and so far we've gotten 2 perspectives. We've gotten this perspective of Ara, and she's the one who doesn't speak, and her roommate is, what's her name? Sujin. Is her like best friend, and she is like obsessed with trying to become a room salon girl because she thinks it's going to like change her whole life. And so she's like she wants to get this like face surgery done, and it's really expensive and very invasive and things like that. And so at the beginning she's like, it's just about them talking to this one girl who works as a room salon girl, and her name is Kiri. And then you the next chapter you got her perspective, Curie's perspective, and it's just about her experience being a room salon girl and why she does what she does and stuff like that. And then this chapter starts with Wona, which is the newlywed trying to have a baby with her husband. So we'll see where it goes. But so far I'm like sucked in right away. I can tell it's probably going to be a hard thing to read about, but I think it will be a really good book. Just from the writing so far, I feel like I'm going to enjoy it. So I think that'll be my plan. It's just to read a bit. It's not very long either. This book's like less than 300 pages, so I'm not trying to rush through it, but I think it's an easy one to pick up this week in terms of length. So that's my plan. I will check back in when I have like more thoughts on the book. But so far I've had at least one win for this reading vlog, which is great.